What's going on, y'all? It's JayyRedd Unfiltered. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the notification button to get notified when I drop new videos. Let's go ahead and get to it.
You're bringing up money.
I asked you.
You bring up money.
You do for black people, and
You
you
bring
brought
up
up
money.
my money.
You bring up money. I said I advocate for black women. I said I'm in solidarity with them. I say that I protect them and I advocate for them whenever that I can. I have love for them. That's number one. And I have love for my community. You can cut a check. That's great. But you have no love. No love at all. When you get up here and you say things like fuck black babies and fuck black single mothers, you don't move out of
That's what a lot of it be, especially about when it comes to the black community loving you. It's fake love.
You don't operate out of love towards black people.
You don't operate out of love towards black people.
It's just a fact, but we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into it.
For anything that you could ever say that I said,
and just because you have
between me holding people accountable because
you don't hold nobody accountable. You just
it's a difference between me holding people accountable because I want them to do better. But you know that you know what I've seen from you.
Oh my God!
I've seen you call black women some of the most egregious things on this very platform.
What?
You talk the most evil to black women.
Name it. When did I ever call a black woman an egregious name on this panel that wasn't already talking shit to me?
You don't listen to another black woman and then say,
see, this is the thing. You got to have a strong will and patience to be able to get on these panels and go back and forth. Sometimes, you know, the women be cool, but a lot of times, oh man, they had you ready to throw your phone or your TV.
You know what? Let's see where we can come together and we connect. Even though I may disagree with you, or even though you got a different perspective,
and Ava called me a bird brain before I said
anything. You call them all kind of disrespectful shit. You've been doing it all night. You're more disrespectful.
They started with me. Are you serious?
Disrespectful to black women.
You had your head dog hollering at me first.
Wait, can I say something though? Let me say something.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid because I sat here. I came in peace. I started saying my piece, and here comes so and so cutting me.
Guys, I'm trying to be a little nicer this year, so you know, just had a birthday, so I'm trying to be a little nicer this year. But I am definitely getting the hyena alarm. The hyena alarm is sounding. Ring, ring, ring. It's going on.
No, it's calling me a victim.
Nah, the hyena senses. Like, you know, like Spider-Man got a spidey senses. Yeah, the hyena senses.
Not letting me finish my word. Then we got another so-and-so calling me a bird brain, calling me everything else. And then when I respond, it's a fucking problem. Stop being disingenuous. No, stop.
You can't even communicate.
I'm communicating. They're cutting me off. They're cutting me off. You get up here and you say
I have not said anything disrespectful to you tonight.
Oh my God.
I have not said anything disrespectful to you whatsoever. You
on my panel, you just stop talking to me on your panel. It's your panel, but you stop talking to me.
Can't even stay in frame.
Okay,
you're just an angry person.
Ava,
you're angry in real life.
Okay.
Let me say something. Ava, your mic not working, so you might want to leave and come back. But I'm gonna say this, right? Jazz, I don't agree. Well, you're right. Half of the shit you said. You're right in part. You didn't start with some of the shit you started with tonight on this panel. But you're definitely wrong when it comes to Anton not appreciating or giving back to the black community, right? I've seen it in person. I've seen it on his streams, Millionaire Morning Show, send people money, right? There's different types of black people, right? So just because Anton talks about black women, if it doesn't apply, it doesn't apply. Not all black people are the same. But
okay, I'm not saying.
No, but we can't say that Anton does not like the black community. He has a black wife, a black daughter. He supports black businesses. I'm in the Patreon. He gives back to the black community. Christmas, he was giving away money to black people, right?
Okay.
And let's also think of that.
He got money. He gives it. We know that.
No.
That's not what I'm talking about, though.
No.
That's not what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, it's no big deal. It's no big deal being a wealthy black man redistributing your resources to people that don't have it. Yeah, that's no big deal. That's nothing. You still ain't holding the community down.
But that's a way to support black people, right?
No, you can't sit here and say I support black people because I write it.
Let me finish, right? So there's a lot of people say they pro black, but they ain't doing shit. They haven't done shit to the Black community. They haven't given back, not even to their own family members. So for a man to
but they'll take. She wrong about that. They'll take. They will take. They'll take from y'all. They'll take your money. They'll do. Umar Johnson been trying to get this school built for like 15 years now. They'll take your money. Y'all got so much smoke for people to just call out bad behavior. This is insanity, people. Do you not understand? Or am I living in the twilight zone? I can't be the only person outside of the person experiencing this hyena right now. I cannot be the only person that sees this. This is ridiculous.
Give back to total strangers and say he don't give back to the Black community. That's completely wrong, because you never encountered Anton, right? I can talk Black women. I can say I've encountered horrible Black women, but guess what? I've encountered good Black women. So that doesn't negate what Anton says. He's not saying all Black men, all Black women ain't shit. That's not what he's saying. But he has given back to the Black community more than a lot of these other podcasters are, pro-Black this, HBCU this, HBCU that. No, they don't give shit. Okay. They just saying that shit to give money back to people.
Okay, so what I'm saying is this. That's great. You can cut a check. We know that. You're going to let us know every time. But as far as you using your platform to actually...
just remember, guys, cutting a check is no big deal, right? They'd rather have the poor righteous leader out there encouraging you and telling you that the white man is holding you down while he's sitting there with thrift shop rags on, while instead you'll take that over the guy that might say some stuff that you don't like or might make you feel uncomfortable. But guess what? It's better for you in the long run, number one. And number two, he redistributes what he earns. He helps out people when he doesn't have to. I've never understood why people like Anton get so much smoke. I don't get it. But it's the world we live in. It really just, you know what? No, I take that back. I do get it, because it really just goes to my point that Black culture celebrates the worst people, and they shun and rebuke. Got all the pushback in the world for people that actually can mean some benefit, mean some good. The Candace Owens, the Ben Carsons. It's just funny, man.
Help the community. You have a very large platform, and you use it to tear the community down. You don't get up here and speak positively. You don't get up here and give props for the success. Every time we talk about Black success, y'all, you have something to combat it with, right? Like I heard you even talking about the Sinners movie, or just anything that has anything to do with Black progress. It irritates.
What did I say about the Sinners movie?
It irritates you. All I'm saying is, Anton, you can sit here and act like
What did I say about it? What did I say about it?
Act like that you're pro-Black.
Every time somebody accuses you of something and then you try to get them to specifically address what they're accusing you of, now all of a sudden they just want to keep moving. They're trying to act like look at it. She's trying to keep going like he's distracting her from her point.
What did I say about the Sinners movie?
What I'm saying is this. There's always a harsh critique against Black people, even when they're doing something.
I celebrated it.
Even when they're doing something good.
I celebrated the Sinners movie.
I'm not about to
me and Slimmy and Molly had a conversation about it. Slimmy helped me to look at it from a different.
Oh my God! Look at her. She can't even take it. Look, she can't even acknowledge that she was wrong. What have they been saying? 100 Black women versus accountability. Accountability is undefeated. I promise you.
Lens. He said, Anton, look at the cinematography and all of this. And then I said, you know what, Slimmy? That they did do an excellent job on that. I said, you know what? I was looking at it from the lens of comparing it to other vampire movies. You helped me to understand it from a different lens. Molly helped me to understand it from a completely different lens. I said, you know what? It is great in its own way. So what did I say negatively about the Sinners movie?
What I'm saying is this. All right, you got me there. Good job. But even when it came to
Look at this hyena. Look at this hyena, this wild hyena. Look at this hyena. She did not know about the accountability.
The Super Bowl,
Oh
right?
my God.
Even when it came to the Super Bowl, it was a good moment for Black people, for Blackness. And you had nothing good to say about it and then wanted to say that, oh, you know, that's the time for us to be entertained.
I'd be the checked out. I'd be the checked out right there. I'd be done right there. I'd be done right there because what? What?
Really pro-Black, you would understand the reason why he chose that moment to do what he did, right? Because we're all so used to being entertained, and that's all these white people want us to be, right? Just entertaining them, right? A lot of the times, you assimilate a lot with their rhetoric and with their mindset. So just because you can cut a check, it's a racist company right now cutting checks for Black people every day.
Yeah, I eat it up too.
That doesn't mean that they appreciate and value Black people. I don't think that you do. Just because you have some Black women that fuck with you, they probably also have egregious things to say about Black women and Black people and Black people as a collective. You see,
defend yourself, Q.
Here you try to deny racism every day.
Q, that's towards you. Defend yourself.
You make it seem like that when we bring up these irrefutable facts about systemic racism, that we're all just playing the victim. But you don't ever have the smoke for the people that actually put it in place and designed it like this. This has been literally, and you say you know law and the government, then how don't you know about COINTELPRO? How don't you know about all these things that the government literally put into design to keep Black people at a disadvantage? And
that the government put into design. Ooh, I tell you, I get mad when people start hitting them triplets. Don't you start that ghetto talk with me. It's in the design. Can't you tell by the government? Don't you start talking to me in 6'8". No. Boy, I get mad when people do that to me.
So
Jazz, why don't you tell white people that then?
All I do is bring these things up.
Look at
Anton.
She just put her hand up. It's a camera.
White people about your issues. Why are you telling us like we're not Black though?
All I do is bring these things up, right? Because
go to white towns and bring it up to them. That's your issue.
I was saying,
oh my God.
So like I was saying, all you do, when I try to bring these things up, I get called a victim. That's not showing me love. You're saying that I'm not the one that doesn't listen to people's perspectives. Every time I bring.
So you can't critique somebody and still. So just because you critique somebody means that you're not showing them love. Okay.
Up the perspective of what really is going on today as far as white people and Black people.
We're learning a lot today, guys.
In this country, you cutting me off. You calling me a victim. You not open to hearing none of that. But you are open to hearing and spewing a lot of white supremacist rhetoric. So you're not even standing, you're not even standing on who you are. And just because you cut a check, that means nothing, babe.
But you're waiting for reparations, so it means something. For people waiting for reparations, getting cut a check means something. So I don't know why you're asking.
Reparations is not about
so interesting about it, though?
But you waiting on the checks to get cut.
It's about giving
reply. Jazz, you gotta let him reply. You went on for a while. Let him reply.
The person that's always talking about getting cut off, somehow you keep on ending back up on the platform. Because if that was the case, then I wouldn't even have you back. First of all. Secondly, you get more talk time.
It's a clear reason why you have me here, and it ain't because you like me like that.
Well, hold on.
You get hella money when my name gets thrown in these super
Hold on, Jazz.
Boy, I hate. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you hear what this woman just said? She said, we know the reason why you had me back because you get a lot of money when. Oh my God. People have just such an inflated sense of self-worth. It is scary. It's scary. It's scary. Just an inflated sense of self-worth. That's just like, I'll give you the example. You know, it's messy, but I don't care. I'll give you an example. It's just like the Hebrew Israelites. They think that just because I'm talking about them, that, you know what I mean, that it means that I need to talk about them. When in reality, it's just because I can talk about them. You know what I mean? It's because, guess what? Let me run through this. People have a content, a content strategy. So guess what? It just so happens that a lot of my content strategy overlaps with talking about the Hebrew Israelites, right? So when you host these conversations and you have these debates, when you have these discussions, there's these reactions, when you comment on things like Black culture, Black community, and all these things, people think that it's because you need them and not just because you're using them. And I hate to say it, but that's the truth. So in this instance, an intelligent person will understand the purpose of these panels. These panels are for you to come on there, have a platform, make discussions, and you might be getting some bread. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You might be getting paid for your appearances or whatever. But I don't know none of that. I don't know what, the backings of his business, the back room, and none of that stuff. What I'm saying is that you come up there to get exposure, possibly build a platform of your own if you have one, possibly grow the platform by exposure to another platform. But the truth of the matter is, you're just a panel member. You're just content. Very rarely is there ever people that come along that are just completely irreplaceable. Now, there are some of them, like, I give you an example, right? Because I've been watching Lapeef. I was watching Lapeef back in not the very beginning, but I've been watching Lapeef pre-pandemic or early pandemic. So basically, Mr. Logic only comes around every so often. The Anton only comes around every so often. But as just a rando panel member, I'm just saying, why do y'all have this entitled belief that just because somebody is talking to you, talking about you, or using you for content, that it's because they need you, or you are the missing or the key to that? I'm just saying. Little humble pie never hurt.
Anton doesn't pick the panels.
Oh, I understand that, but he just said that he can determine who's on it.
Yeah, if he didn't, he's basically saying, Jazz, if he didn't like you, if he didn't like Black people,
he don't gotta like me when he getting a check off my name every time a check is name's been sitting at the super chat.
This man has other channels.
Of course he's
Anton does nothing but drop content. 5 videos a day on one channel. A live stream Monday through Friday on the Millionaire Morning Show. Then on top of that, clips, cutting the clips up of that live stream. That's Monday through Friday, unless something special happens. Then cutting up clips to constantly be releasing content. And then he has 2 other pages, because then there's the After Hours channel where they just be chilling and talking. And then guess what? You cut that up. And then there's I think there's the 4th channel that used to be the Don't Do Coke in the Bathroom. That channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, people, this is just so ignorant, man. Like,
what I'm saying is this. Of course I'm going to stay on the platform when this type of discourse happens.
Yeah,
but the shit goes up. He goes against me, I goes against them.
Guys, you're not understanding it. These little super chats ain't nothing compared to what he's making on other channels.
I'm not saying that, but
no, because you're thinking that he's just got money.
I guarantee you that Millionaire Morning Show with with the topics and the content topics, that RPM and that CPM is probably very obnoxious.
That's all he. No, listen.
That's what I'm talking about.
No. That's what all you listen to.
That's literally all he talks about.
Wait, but Jazz, listen to the Millionaire Morning Show.
The only thing he had good to say about Black people was that he cut them a check.
Listen to the Millionaire Morning Show.
Talking about money.
Listen to the advice that he gives the people. Listen to the advice that he gives people that wants to content create. Listen to the advice that he tells people to do what to their income. I think you only listen to tidbits of what, but he has done a lot for people, and it didn't only involve money. That's the thing I think you don't realize.
Girl, well, listen. Until he literally can have an understanding conversation on why Black people are owed a lot in this country, and we didn't destroy our communities alone. We're set back right now based on the things that they destroyed from us.
I hate that. I hate when people try to minimize your type of help. The help that you choose to give back, that you're not obligated to give, and now you want to minimize it. Oh, well, you could be doing this. Oh, you could be doing that. Oh, well, we really need this. Oh, all right. Well, what are you doing? What are you doing?
back then. We would have been so much further ahead economically if they weren't constantly tearing down things that we built.
Jazz,
Things that we built. And
what do you think
my
is going
thing
to
is
fix
this:
that?
we know this to be true. And instead of saying, "Damn, why was they tearing everything down?"
Let
we
me
want
ask
to
you a
talk about
question.
Black people and why we upset about it.
Okay, Jazz, I get it. Let me ask you a question. So, what about the Black people that are successful?
What about them?
Okay, so what did they do to get to where they're at? Were they in the past regarding slavery?
Girl,
how did they become successful? I'm confused. Like, why are we
baby, you gotta stop this. Because just because an individual can make it out the hood, an individual can do things to get to a certain level of success, does not mean that the community effort is the same.
Man, that pisses me off. This is why, and then you asked earlier why they call you a victim. This is why they call you a victim, because you have a victim mentality, because you run in the victim Olympics. Like, this is insane. This is insane. You're literally, guys, did you hear what this woman just said?
Why are we
baby, you gotta stop this.
She literally just said one person succeeded, but that doesn't mean that the rest of us can succeed. No, your thinking is wrong. If that one person succeeded, then that means that everybody can succeed. You have the tools. You have the tools to succeed. This is where the argument of equity versus equality comes in. Because with equity, you're trying to artificially inflate the results of people's success. With equality, everybody has an opportunity to make it. Whether you make it or not is up to you. Survival of the fittest, buddy. That's the law of the jungle. That's the law of the world. Unfortunately, for a lot of people, it's unfortunate. For some people, it's not unfortunate. It's fortunate. For a lot of people, if life was quote unquote fair, they wouldn't be so special. Let's just be real. If one person succeeded, everybody can succeed.
Because just because an individual can make it out the hood, an individual can do things to get to a certain level of success, does not mean that the community effort is the same way. And the thing is, instead of having smoke for the people that actually destroyed our efforts on being successful, we would have been so much further ahead.
So, Jazz, what do we do?
So now let's have a conversation about who's actually destroying those efforts, because you would say that it's the white man, right? You would say YT is holding us back, systemic racism. My argument would be that it's actually the Pookie and Ray Ray, the Pookie and Ray Rays and the Keishas that are going around these ghetto hoods and they're just acting irresponsibly. Meaning, AKA, it's blacks that are holding other blacks back, because for some reason, blacks want to embrace the ghetto hood culture. They want to embrace the ghetto hood culture that's said in the hip hop culture and the Pookie culture, and just being, you know what I mean? Just oh man. See, this is the thing. People always get mad and then they be like, "Oh, well, you hate black people." I don't hate black people. I'm just telling the truth. I'm telling the truth. The truth of the matter is, blacks holding themselves back because they don't want to be great. What do blacks do when they get money? They go off and they splurge on themselves, or they'll invest and then they'll build themselves up. And you look at other races, what do other races do? They'll pool their resources together, buy a gas station, buy a food joint. But what's the difference? It's not just what blacks choose to pay for. No, it's what do you notice about other cultures in the bottom of the barrel? For some reason, black people will celebrate and champion the bottom of the barrel. They will allow the bottom of the barrel to speak for them. And when I say the bottom of the barrel, I'm not talking about the impoverished. I'm talking about degenerates. They will let the degenerates, the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the Tyrones speak for them. And you wonder why nobody respects you. That's why a lot of blacks are not going to be able to succeed and not be able to get to where those select few blacks get to. The reason is because they won't be willing to make the choices to do what it takes to get in that position. And that's the truth. That's the truth.
Forward.
Had they just left us alone,
okay,
we would have had legacy. We would have had businesses.
Jazz. Okay, so let's talk about the past. Let's talk about now. What about the black?
Oh my God! The past is literally recreating itself as we speak.
No. Black people are holding themselves back right now in 2025. More black on black crimes, black robbing.
No, oh my God!
Let me ask this question.
And they get so frustrated every time you bring it up.
So Jazz is very passionate about this. Very passionate. So you did the research as to what the problem
because
is.
it's like the.
Am I muted?
The problem is and has always it will always will be. My bad, I didn't hear him. My bad. Okay, my bad. Sorry.
So for the past 40 years, we've been reminded of what the problem is. Right. My parents' generation, the generation above me, my generation, and your generation. So we know what the problem is, right? And we keep talking about it. What's the solution? You're very good at knowing what the problem is and seeing it. So what can we do collectively?
What can we do?
Collectively, yes. At this point,
what can we do?
We hear you. We hear the problem. What is the solution?
What we can do is be just as mad as when you hear black people talking about racism.
So wait a second. So
be so mad at racism that you don't stand for
it. Being mad is a negative emotion. So being mad
is racism.
It definitely is. It definitely
we cannot sit here.
But why are we going to duplicate?
We can't keep denying.
Let her finish, Jazz. Let him finish.
I thought he asked me a question.
But why are we going to duplicate?
Can you let me finish answering you before you start picking apart my response?
I watch this panel a lot, and I come on here, and I'm really trying to understand. But
I'm trying to get you to understand, and you keep cutting me off, bro. You either gonna let me answer the question or not. So
see, you can't rationalize with a hyena. That's the thing. You can't rationalize with a hyena. Look at her. She turned on him. Nothing but polite, nothing but respectful, soft tone, not, you know what I mean? He's not like, you know what I mean? Not combative, you know, not as aggressive. He's just chilling, just laid back, snapping on him. Look at it. That's a hyena. They're just wild.
I'm saying. So like I'm saying, you saying what can we do? We have to be just as upset because y'all are very upset whenever black people bring this shit up. But y'all never have any smoke for the real problem, right? So what we can do as a collective is get on one accord.
Is get mad. That's the solution. That's the solution to all the black community's problems, guys. Is get mad. Get angry. Get angry. Get mad. We all be mad together. That's the solution. That is the solution to black people's problem. God. Oh, what a genius.
Is get on one accord, is support one another, is advocate for each other, make sure that our dollar is being flipped within our community so many times before it goes out, have more trust and love with one another, and focus on our own, because history has shown when we're left to our own devices as black people, we thrive.
And that's the problem, man. That's stupid, man. Stupid, man, because this woman will have all that smoke for Anton. People will have smoke for even somebody like me. Nothing that she said had anything to do with any of the worst behaviors that are causing the degeneracy and the decline of the black community. This is why it's so disingenuous to sit there and get mad about white people all day. Because guess what? You won't address the problem at home. What black people are doing. It's just stupid, man. I had enough. It's enough.